for a preview of the battle ahead this fall. When the president faces the Republican nominee, we have the senior advisor to the president's reelection campaign, David Axelrod, and the chairman of the Republican National Committee, Reince Priebus. Mr. Axelrod, I will begin with you. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Let's talk jobs. And this is what the unemployment chart looks like for the Obama presidency, with that November number, 8.6%, dipping below 9% for the first time since all the way back in 2009. But not all good news. If you look inside the report, the New York Times editorialized it this way. We'll put it up on the screen. Properly understood, the Times writes, the new figures reveal more about the depth of distress in the job market than about real improvement in job prospects. Most of the decline in November's unemployment rate was not because jobless people found new work. Rather, it is because 315,000 people dropped out of the workforce, a reflection of extraordinarily weak demand by employers for new workers. Do the new numbers change the way the president looks at the economy?
David, we've never hung our hat on one number, and obviously we continue to have big challenges. But let's recognize that we've created 2.9 million private sector jobs in the last 21 months. The first month we took office, the country was losing 750,000 jobs in one month. So what we need to do is accelerate that, which is why the president has pushed the American Jobs Act. And the key, one of the key proponents is the continuation of the payroll tax cut. And that is a big battle, and that is a big question we have to solve right now. Mr. Priebus, I hope, will explain why the Republican Party in Congress won't extend that. They would sooner let taxes go up on 160 million working Americans than ask a little more of 300,000 millionaires. And that doesn't make sense. That's not good for our economy.
But the Democrats are willing to fund that a different way, as Senator Schumer said on this program last week. In the end, do you think it will pass?
Well, that's really up to them. There's certainly a willingness on the part and a commitment on the part of the president, on the part of the Democratic Party in Congress. We have yet to hear from the Republicans. In the summer, they said they didn't want to extend it. And it is unfathomable to me as to why they want to raise taxes on 160 million working Americans. It's not good at any time, but it's certainly not good now.
You've said before that the economy is a great predictor of elections. And you can talk about how things bad were, how much worse they could have become. Inevitably, there's going to be a lot of voters who look at the jobless situation and say, this president simply hasn't gotten it done.
Well, look, I think people are more there's no doubt that the economy needs to pick up. We've made some progress. We need to make a lot more. But there's an even larger question, which is how do we restore the economic security that middle-class Americans have lost, not just over the last 3 years, but over a long period of time. That's a lot about what this election is going to be about. And what we've heard from the Republican candidates is not a plan for that. They want to continue to give tax cuts to the very wealthy, except double down on those. They think if we roll back the rules on Wall Street and let Wall Street write its own rules, that will somehow accelerate the economy and profit everyday Americans. That is not a prescription for rebuilding middle-class security. The president has it. It goes to education. Goes to creating the advanced manufacturing jobs of the future. It goes to making smart investments that will give people better opportunities. And so we need a plan and a vision that has at its core the welfare and the chances of the middle class in this country.